right, so I'm going to be constructing two of them today. What we have is a 12-inch 2x6. Then we have two 10-inch pieces. This is just decking board that I'm using for this project. Some dowel. One is 5 7/8, and the other one is 12 inches. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my cut list up here, maybe even over here. That way then you can go to that to reference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand everything down. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-drill a couple holes. That way then we can hopefully put in our 2.5-inch screws without causing any splittage or anything on any of the wood. Should be using a clamp. That would definitely help the process. And then we'll add this second one in. That's great. All right, so we're even. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our second one, and we're going to find the spot for that as well, which looks. So we're going to take our dowel that we had previously cut. And it's going to go in these. So we're going to add a little bit of our Tight Bond 3 glue here on that end and on this end. And that's all that's going to hold this in. We're not going to add any screws to the dowel or anything. Now just grab your speed square. All right, and then that's going to be in there. So you want to keep it so it's at least as straight as possible. One thing I did forget is we're going to throw some more glue on here. And then we're also going to add a couple screws into this one here as well. Grab my little level. Oh, I like it when it's between the lines. All right, I'm going to try this again. I just want to make sure that this is fairly level. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a paper towel roll just to eye this up. So I got a little one, so it will be a lot bigger when you do put a regular one on here. So this, I feel this is going to leave us lots of room. I think about there it might be the perfect spot. All right, so now that this one is set, I'm going to drill my hole for this with my 7/8 Forstner bit. This will be about center. I think that's deep enough. I went down about maybe 3/4 of it. Add a screw right up through the center as well into this. So we're going to let this sit and dry. So this is a nice, easy project you can get out and do. These are a lot of fun to build. And to be honest, they're quick. They're quick. The worst part is I feel the sanding. So I don't know if you're like me, but that's the worst part of the job, is the sanding. So on the front here, on these two sides, I'm going to have a couple braces as well. So what I've done is I've taken some scrap cut-offs from my previous video in my planters, and these are just the end pieces that come off, and I'm going to use these to brace them, two on each side, so that the bottles don't fall out. All right, so now that this one is set, I'm going to drill my hole for this with my 7/8 Forstner bit. Looks to be about center. I think that's deep enough. I went down about maybe 3/4 of an inch. Is it? That won't fit in there, but 3/4 of an inch. So just add a little bit of your Tight Bond 3. Get it all over the place in there, around the sides. And we're going to do the same on this. We're going to add a screw right up through the center as well into this. So we're going to let this sit and dry. So this is a nice, easy project you can get out and do. These are a lot of fun to build. And to be honest, they're quick. They're quick. The worst part is I feel the sanding. So I don't know if you're like me, but that's the worst part of the job, is the sanding. So on the front here, on these two sides, I'm going to have a couple braces as well. So what I've done is I've taken some scrap cut-offs from my previous video in my planters, and these are just the end pieces that come off, and I'm going to use these to brace them, 2 on each side, so that the bottles don't fall out. Here we got 2.5 inches. So I'm going to go down 2.5 inches. 1 3/8 and 2.5. So I'm going to go down 2.5 inches. And then over 1 3/8. And then I'm going to add another screw there as well. Right over the clamp. There we go. That'll suck that in. And what I'll do next is I'll do like a nice little light sanding on it, and then I'm going to slap some stain on it. And this project's going to be almost finished. Just do these, take that measurement. Perfect. Nice. All right, so we're now at the point where I'm going to add some stain. I've got my little side pieces on. Overall, so far, I've had a lot of fun building this project. This is very easy to assemble. A beginner, DIYer, just get out and have some fun. So I'm going to add the stain. This is a coffee gel stain. I'm going to put on. I'm going to get the inside here done first so I can reach in there and take out the excess without having to put my arms all over everything. Make sure you put on your some gloves. This stuff isn't fun to get off your hands. Believe me. If you're enjoying this content, please give a thumbs up, throw me a comment, give me a like, tell your friends, Tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your grandparents. Bring your kids out. All right, well, I don't think I'm going to bore you anymore with the staining. All right, so now that we've got the staining all done, and this, I feel, is complete, but I've got one thing. One more little something for this project. And I can see it already. The excitement. It's building. It's building. What's your guess? Put it in the comments. Let me know what you think I'm adding. This is just going to be a nice little time saver for some folk. All right? All right, here we are. Your very own bottle opener as well. So you'll never lose it. You'll never have to go searching for one. Have your picnic caddy with you. In between here, you can fit 2 condiment bottles. Ketchup, mustard, really depending on the size that you have. You can find smaller ones. You might even be able to get some relish in there as well. So what a fun little project. So I hope you stuck with me right to the end. And I hope to see some of your videos. Mother's Day gift as well. Okay, so get out in the shop, be safe, and we'll see you on the next project.